Gang, it's been a crazy ass news day, and the only conclusion that I came to today is basically that our whole government is ran by pedophiles, and the only person who's actually in jail for their crimes is P. Diddy. It's honestly insane. I meant to get this video out earlier, but I was outside actually doing protests. I'm gonna drop a vlog that's like a protest vlog if you just want to watch it. I mean, I don't really got hella viewers on this channel yet, but I'm about to. Like I said before, we're gonna have a live show starting in February every single motherfucking day from 9:30 a.m. to around 1 p.m. So we're gonna have like live news and live commentary with my homie who's a stand-up comedian. But in lead up to that, I'm just gonna be dropping videos on the news and shit that's going on because it was too much craziness. First off, we had Don Lemon getting arrested in the middle of the night by federal agents, and he just got free, issued a statement, went on live. Turns out he's okay. There's probably nothing going on with that case. But the news of the day was definitely the Epstein leaked files. So the DOJ basically came out today and they issued a whole Epstein leak that was supposed to come out like almost 30 days ago, but there was a lot of shit in between that distracted the whole world, like, Venezuela or threatening to bomb Iran or basically sending a paramilitary force into Minneapolis. So there was a lot of distractions that had people not thinking about it. And I guess on the same day that they decided to do a general strike across the US in boycotting ICE and their whole actions throughout the US, they decided to drop the Epstein files today. And this shit is fucking nuts. Like, this shit is crazy. There's allegations that just came out saying Jay-Z is in the Epstein files and Pusha T was a handler and shit like that. Who the fuck is not in the Epstein files at this point? I feel like the only person not in the Epstein files is possibly Dick Cheney. Someone in my Discord sent something that said that, like, there was an FBI informant that said that George W. Bush like raped a male person and they saw a dismembered body of a baby or some shit like that, man. But I feel like we should start because we already know that like Trump is in the Epstein files and it just got even worse for him. But I feel like we got to start with like kind of the more influential members of the government. And there's going to be more and more, like, there's going to be so many. They dropped 3.5 million files. So there's going to be so much shit to sift through over the next couple weeks that it's impossible not to like make multiple videos on this shit. But a couple of the highlights have to be Elon Musk and his involvement in this whole situation. Because if you don't remember, Elon Musk basically came out. He had a disagreement with Trump at one point, and I think they're cool now. But he was like, the reason why the fucking emails aren't coming out, the Epstein leaks aren't coming out, is because Trump is in the fucking Epstein files. Remember that whole like back and forth they had? Where it turns out Elon Musk was in the Epstein files. He was in the Epstein files begging to be in the fucking island. Like, he wasn't even invited. He was just a rich dude that they were like, man, we ain't even gonna invite this nigga. Like, this nigga be scaring everybody when he be around. That's how you know you're down bad, when even the fucking rich billionaire sex traffic cabal doesn't even want you in there and you're one of the richest people on earth. But these emails are honestly crazy. They basically caught a correspondence with Epstein and Elon Musk where they were trying to meet up, link and build for goddamn years. And in the process of doing so, like, he was literally begging to get on the fucking island, bro. Like, come on. Like, this shit is sad. Let's look at this shit right now, gang. All right, so there's a couple of different Elon Musk like versions. The craziest one that I saw was where he was like messaging. There was like an interaction. This is like on a later date. Just a reminder, Elon Musk was okay. Yeah. So this was the first one that I saw that where he is basically begging. So there was an interaction. It's a whole email chain that's long as hell where he's basically saying he wants to pull up to the island, but Epstein basically asks him like, "What do you want to do there?" And he says, "Probably just Tallulah and me. What day/night will be the wildest party on your island?" And this was in 2012. Like, let's just Google when was Jeffrey Epstein first convicted? He was first convicted in 2008 in a Florida state court, and he served roughly 13 months. Well, if you do the math, you carry the two and like you subtract a little bit. Oh, okay. So 4 years after that he was convicted for being a sex offender, Elon Musk is like, where is the parties at your island where the fucking freak offs go off? And when is the most fun time to pull up? Like what, bro? Like that's like the most like they weren't even trying to hide it. Like these niggas gotta be on drugs or some shit because they were literally moving like how Diddy was. Like if you watch the Diddy trial, which I covered before on my rap channel, Diddy was just wild and just doing whatever in broad daylight. And it seems like these niggas just didn't give a fuck, bro. They literally just didn't care. Like, bro, just out here sending these emails like his shit wasn't tapped. Like the FBI had all this information. And it makes you wonder too, like if they had all this information, like why did no one else ever go down for this? I mean, like even if Jeffrey Epstein got murked by Trump, like they had enough info to at least question some of the shit that was going on. And that was one of the major revelations. I mean, currently on Twitter, there's shit coming out about Jay-Z being a handler. There's a lot of shit that is like definitely, I don't even know. Like I think it's like tips. So they don't necessarily know if it's real or not. They're just kind of releasing everything. But that was like one of the very long correspondences that Elon Musk had with Jeffrey Epstein. Just a reminder, Elon Musk was about to come to your island on January 2nd. That was Leslie Goff. I guess that's like an assistant or something. Actually, I can fly back on the 3rd. We will be in St. Bart's. When should we head to your island on the 2nd? I need to fly back to LA on the night of the 2nd. So W. The 2nd or 3rd would be perfect. I will come and get you. Any day, 1st through 8th. Play it by ear if you want. Always space for you. So it seems like the Freak Off Island was like really like a Ritz or a 4-star hotel or something for a bunch of freak off billionaires where they have like a bunch of weird ass sex parties and shit like that, which is no surprise here. And honestly, this isn't even really news. Like this is just craziness. Like this is like, like how the whole Pizzagate people and QAnon said that our whole government was ran by a cabal of, child sex traffickers and the Wayfair scandal and shit like that. I mean, it was all true, but it was all their people. And I mean, I don't know where they went now. Where's QAnon? Where are all them niggas? All them niggas are gone. But the more disturbing side of this has to be the Trump shit that basically went on, and that basically went into detail about him basically raping a 13-year-old and then punching her in the face after she gave him oral. And I'm gonna go through that too, but I feel like you're gonna also see like it's like a chart. And the chart also explains people actually contacted law enforcement over these fucking allegations, and the FBI or the police just didn't give a fuck. And I guess this was the 90s. And throughout the 90s, this whole time, the FBI, the police, like everyone who they contacted in these situations, like did not give a fuck to even follow up for any of this shit. Keep in mind that he didn't get arrested until like 2008. So like dude was doing this shit for like 20 years in the game. I don't know why it's like written on tiny ass letters and shit like that. Even when I zoom in, it's like, let's reset this shit. So Blank reported an unidentified female friend and was forced to perform oral on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she approximately 13 or 14 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing oral. This friend allegedly was hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend said she was also abused by Epstein. Response? Blank with caller who identified as friend. Lead was sent to Washington office to conduct interview. Results? Matching name and database of criminal history in South Carolina. Date 6/15/1987 for assault and battery. High and aggravated nature. Another incident. Blank reported she has a friend, Leslie McMichael, who was the personal assistant to Epstein in Florida from 1986 until 1991 or 92. This friend shared names of some of the guests at Epstein's parties to include Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Response, 2 voicemails left, no response. Criminal history, none. At age 16, while modeling, caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, caller reported she was sexually assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, two twin brothers, Alan and Orrin, lured caller and friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated Orrin raped her best friend and a third brother, Ty, raped a 14-year-old girl named Katie, LNU. Caller named individuals involved in big orgy parties with her, other young girls, and older Victoria's Secret models, including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Online complainant reported she was a victim and witnessed a sex trafficking ring at Trump Golf Course in Rancho Palo Verdes, California between 1995 and 1996. Correspondent reported Ghislaine Maxwell as Madam and broker for sex parties, clients who include Epstein, Robin Leach, Donald Trump. Apparently this one didn't add up because I don't know if Trump was in possession of the actual Rancho Palo Verdes golf course. But regardless, a complaint was put out, and someone should look into this type of shit because of the fact that there was other complaints previously. But possible order of protection matching the name and date of birth is the only criminal history that ended up coming out. And then finally, another claims he was contacted by a female victim of Epstein who wants to publish a book. Complainant provided background for himself, such as working with prominent figures such as Leslie Wexner and Epstein, being pardoned by a U.S. president, among several other pieces of information. The victim knew about criminal activity that occurred in multiple states and on airplanes, and told complainant there were films of prominent men such as Epstein, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump, and that Ghislaine Maxwell was in the videos as well. No pervasive information. FBI gun permit. Male Epstein victim. Some of this stuff is so crazy, bro. Male Epstein victim was allegedly raped by President Bush and witnessed a baby being dismembered. And it's all this shit is redacted. And this is in 2019. Interview a purported Epstein victim. Thanks, blank. I didn't realize Bush raped him too. Okay. Yo, why are they so casual about this? I like to add a few other points disclosed by the purported victim. While on a yacht, he witnessed African-American males having sex with white blonde females, all of whom were bleeding during intercourse. He was a victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice in which his feet were cut with a scimitar but left with no scarring. What the hell is a scimitar, bro? Isn't that on the yacht, he witnessed babies being dismembered, their intestines removed, and individuals eating the feces from their intestines. He also was raped by George Bush 1. Okay, it was George Bush 1, not 2. So I guess that makes it a little bit better. Victim disclosed he was escorted to the FBI building by Michael Moore, who is the creator of The True Pundit, described by multiple online sources as a conspiracy-driven news website that attempts to paint the FBI in a bad light. Moore has a criminal record as a result of an FBI investigation. Let me know if you want to discuss the former FBI agent that called this into the head office. What the fuck? Blank. On Tuesday, August 27, 2019, myself and S.A. Blank conducted an interview of a purported victim of Jeffrey Epstein as per a referral by FBI S.A. Blank and journalist Michael Moore, not the filmmaker. At 1200 hours, a male identified as one blank blank arrived at the C20 office, stated he was unemployed and resides with his mother and her unemployed, morbidly obese boyfriend. Stated he has ingested hallucinogenic mushrooms as well as other illicit substances in the past and currently smokes marijuana. Blank reported being raped, sodomized by his great uncle since the age of 5 years old until age 22. Described meeting Epstein at a yacht club and of his relatives were members, first at age 5 and later at age 8. Blank states he was sodomized by Epstein in 2000 on a yacht 9 out of blank, as well by former U.S. President William J. Clinton. Blank states also President Trump, along with his wife Melania, were present during this yacht trip in 2000. Trump not married to his current spouse Melania until 2005. Reports while being raped by Epstein and Clinton, he was in a heavy drug-induced state. Stated all the above incidents were recovered repressed memories until he began therapy in 2016. Offered, man, this shit is crazy. Whatever exactly was happening, we might never know because there's so much crazy shit. I can't even read the Jay-Z shit because that shit don't even make sense either. Some of this shit is crazy, bro. But All I know is the Elon Musk shit seems the most legit because it was actually like correspondence. And the Trump shit, like the first thing with the 13-year-old definitely seems kind of sketchy. And altogether, terrible news for anyone that's a Trump fan. But hey, man, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, game. Peace.